camera in Alamosa right now. Pretty scene on the horizon.
Yeah, we live in Colorado. Those ups and downs are to be expected, right? Storm Tracker 13 Chief Meteorologist Mary Matthews is here to fill us in. Mary.
Yeah, those ups and downs are certainly to be expected. I couldn't echo that enough. And you can see the high pressure that's been in place across most of the Intermountain West over the last several days. This really just giving us a surge in warmth here across most of the Four Corners. But this next trough that is really carving across parts of the Pacific Northwest is actually going to start to bring snow into the high country as early as tomorrow morning. Areas west of the Eisenhower Tunnel and then Breckenridge, places like Vail are going to start to pick up some pretty heavy snow by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Some areas could receive upwards of a foot of snow, especially for some of those mountain peaks and ski resorts. That front really carves across southern Colorado by Thursday morning, so we won't actually feel the big cool down until Thursday. So one more dry day for us along and east of I-25 will take place on Wednesday. Right now, the current location again is across the panhandle of Idaho. We've got winter weather alerts that are now going up across the Wasatch of Utah, areas into central and southern Colorado. Places like Telluride, Pagosa Springs, elevations above 9,000 feet could receive upwards of close to about 8 inches on the higher side. So winter weather advisories really kick in overnight tonight and through the day on Wednesday and Wednesday night. Areas across the central and northern mountains could receive upwards of close to a foot of snow. This is going to be some of the most we've seen so far this season for some of our ski resorts. So good news, to say the least. I will say, though, hopefully you don't have any plans to travel into the high country tomorrow because the snow is going to come with a pretty elevated wind component, which is going to create reduced visibility. So blowing snow is going to be a problem. Areas west of I-25 tomorrow, with the exception of local mountain cities. Teller County is still going to be fine to travel through. But notice most of areas along and east of the interstate will be into the 60s and 70s, running a good 20 to 25 degrees above average. Here's how that plays out on the Futurecast. You'll notice some heavy bands of snow really kicking in as early as Wednesday morning, even into northwestern Colorado. Really don't see that heavy snow materialize in the San Juans until after about 2 o'clock on Wednesday. Some of that reaching the northern Sangre de Cristos. But most locations for those elevations above 9,000 feet will really start to pick up those heavy totals, 1 to 2 inches an hour by Wednesday night, and then tapering off early Thursday morning. Now that front doesn't actually pass the Pikes Peak region and parts of the Arkansas River Valley until early Thursday morning, and that's going to come with a burst of snow. Maybe some lighter accumulations. Right now, with as warm as our temperatures are going to be the days leading up to this event, we're not anticipating any widespread accumulations. Most of the threatening weather and the crippling weather in terms of travel will be up into the high country. So Thursday, yes, it's going to be a very drastic drop in temperatures, a good 25 to 30 degree drop in about a 24-hour period as temperatures struggle to make it out of the 20s and 30s. We have steady highs in the 30s for the end of the week as well, so we are back down into the more seasonal pattern by Thursday and onward through the weekend time frame. So I hope you've enjoyed this nice stretch of weather. I know I got out today, tried to ride the bike a little bit, you know, things I like to do outside when it's not freezing cold and wind chills down into the teens. So you've got one more opportunity to do that tomorrow. It is going to be pretty windy though, so it may be a little, troublesome to play golf or to do any activities outside where wind is a bit of a nuisance. All that to say though, one more mild and then seasonally warm day ahead of that drop in temperatures by Thursday. Colorado Springs going from the low 60s on Wednesday down into the low 30s with that slight chance of snow early Thursday morning. Back to you guys.
Yeah, Mary has a bike. I learned that today. That's great.
It's new.
Wonderful.